the exaggerating calls and the flopping has become part of the game, especially for many of these star players. Just has. From Melo Trimble to Marcus Smart, this is frankly the influence of the Manu Ginobili's and some of the European players. I know Manu's from Argentina, but he came playing from Argentina. But this frankly is, Vlade was one of the first, but really Manu was one of the first to do throw the head back when they drive and get foul calls that way. And officials have struggled to adjust, really struggled to what's real, what's not, do we protect players? And then in college basketball especially, you have coaches who are constantly on these officials and powerful ones like Mike Krzyzewski demanding that fouls be called so that players are protected, so that players can move freely. Like, it's a really hard thing. So I don't hold against him any of the exaggerations of fouls of the past. The tripping, on the other hand, is an issue. Now, look, I'm reasonable about it. Right? This is not – you're much more likely to cause injury undercutting a player in transition or throwing an elbow or throwing a gut punch, something that has been done previously. The problem with it is Mike Krzyzewski had an opportunity 2 times last year to sit Grayson Allen down for a substantial amount of time, and he did not do it. And now he's getting mad because we're upset with hey, coach, had you sat him down previously, like maybe this wasn't maybe he wouldn't have tripped him. I don't know, but there is a certain deterrence in taking away basketball. And I don't think he should be suspended 5 games or 10 games. Like, again, we got to be reasonable about it. Like, he missed an ACC game, like, that's their next game with Virginia Tech. Like, that's a big thing. You only get like 32. But the reason he's defiant and the reason he says nobody knows him like I know him is because Mike Krzyzewski he can say parent, he can say coach, he can say teacher, he can say coach. He's really parent. And if you know anything about being a parent, it's, 1, you're crazy because you're sleep deprived. All of a sudden, everything you do, you have people. When you list dependents, they are dependents. They depend upon you. Well, I hate my job. Why do you keep going to it? Because you know what? I have people at home that I have to keep the lights on. I got to keep food in the fridge. You have people that depend upon you to keep bringing home the bacon and then get home and help take care of them. First, you got to deal with the relationship with your wife. Then you got to deal with the relationship with your kids. Then you have to help kind of nurture an environment of emotional and physical growth. Meanwhile, you also have to be the disciplinarian. And now you're taught your whole life to, as a man, to worry about yourself, take care of yourself. Now you got to take care of other people. Like, now consider you've been doing it for 30 or 40 years, worrying about 13 different kids. Plus, you got your kids, your grandkids, your family. Coaches are crazy because they try and parent the entire earth, especially their basketball players or football players.